Why are you in Overwatch? You need to be overwatching a fucking kitchen and overwatching a sandwich for a man who's superior to you that's probably overwatching your dumb whore ass. But now these whores have taken over video games.
Anytime I post a video about sexism in gaming, I get two types of comments from men. The first is usually sexism doesn't exist in gaming, it's not real, which is absurd to begin with, and I think anyone that says that walks away looking a little silly. And the second is usually you're just too sensitive. Toxicity belongs in gaming. It was founded on it, which is also wild. However, I feel like both sentiments completely disregard the experience of women in the gaming community, which is of course purposeful. Men have been doing it for centuries where they deny that sexism exists in any industry, in any society. I think they're just trying to gaslight us into believing it. Sexism is not the same as toxicity. It's not the same as saying someone's bad at a video game. It is a structure. And you can see the outcome of it in this video of what's his face from Fresh and Fit. I don't actually know his name, I don't care. These two men have a platform of hundreds of thousands of men. And he is being platformed whilst he is saying that women do not belong in a space that is rightfully ours to share. And this is partially why red pill and alt-right-wing content are so dangerous. These men can get online in front of hundreds of thousands of people and make these comments with no repercussions. In fact, the opposite. They get praised for it. Whilst women are getting harassed and assaulted in games and at gaming events, these men get rewarded. These kind of men and these kind of comments perpetuate the hate for women that has been around for hundreds of years. The reason you can't simply call these comments toxicity is because they have a long history of oppression for women. And I know it's gaming, but it really is that deep. That's the whole point of it. There is no equivalent comment you can make for men. Sure, you can say stuff like, get back in the garage and change my oil, get back in the yard and rake the leaves. You know, household jobs that are traditionally done by men in heterosexual traditional households. But they will never ever mean the same thing or hold the same history that telling a woman to get back in the kitchen does. And I'm not offended by it. I literally don't care. I've heard it so many times. It is old hat. It's been done. But the whole point is it holds that history and men know it. They're saying it on purpose. Telling women to go back to the kitchen comes from trying to keep us in submission. It comes from a time when we couldn't own our own property because men said we weren't allowed to. It comes from a time when it wasn't legal for us to have a bank account. And so saying things like this holds such history and so much behind it and so much work that women put in to change our lives for the better. And they know that. Well, actually, maybe they don't know that. Maybe they're just fucking idiots and they hope it hurts women's feelings. It really doesn't. But in their heads, they are just trying to keep women below them. That's the whole point. These kind of comments are aimed specifically at women to recall a time when we had less rights within society and basically propping up the idea that they have the power and want to take those rights away again. Like, it really is that deep. I swear to God, if anyone makes the comment that it's not that deep and it's just gaming, it is. That's the whole point. It is that deep. Men like the Fresh and Fit, what's his name, person, will never be deplatformed. Red pill shtick is just too good. It's too entertaining and it appeals to men who want to find community way too much. But all I can do and all we can do as women or as allies is to be loud and to take up space in gaming. My personal priority within spaces that men want to keep us out of is to take up as much space as possible. I refuse to make myself smaller, and I interact with women, femme, and queer people as much as I can within these spaces. I exist as loudly as I can within these spaces, and I fully know it is a privilege to do so. These creators are not going to go away, and so all we can do is just be louder and more annoying. And sorry, I don't know why anyone's taking advice from someone who looks like and probably shares a brain with Gonzo from the fucking Muppets.